Do you need Christmas craft ideas? Stay tuned. Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. It is time to get our Christmas crafts well underway. And this week, Marie-Louise and I have our special guest who is one of the Christmas queens herself. And it's Angela Bliss of Angela Bliss Art. And this week, our challenge is Christmas decor. For this collaboration, I thought I would do something pretty easy. It's something that would be fun to do with a group of friends, with family members, and even kids. And I am going to make a wreath. I got this little frame from the Dollar Tree, I believe, and I got it maybe last year or definitely earlier this year. It's just a cheap frame, and I thought, oh, this would be great to do Christmas crafts on. So this has been hanging around, waiting in the wings for this particular moment all this time. And all I did to prepare it was I used a glue gun to go around the back of this frame. Here's a closer look at that. And then on the front of the frame, I used just regular Elmer School glue, and I just used a paintbrush, brushed it on. So obviously let both of those dry. And then I wanted to cover up that tin portion. You don't have to, obviously, if you don't want to. There's all kinds of things you could do with this cute little frame. But I wanted to create a little bit of a green background. And so I started painting, and I was painting more, and I noticed, well, some areas took the coverage more than the other, and so I just started, I don't know, I was listening to music, and I just started adding more and more paint on. And then of course the more paint that went on this square, the more textured it got. And the more I did that, the more I thought, yeah, I like it. So you're gonna see that texture really start to come out right here. And I was just really enjoyed that process, creating kind of like little drips down the canvas, but they go in both directions. I just really enjoyed it, had fun sitting there and losing myself in the paint. Last year, my Christmas projects also involved fiberglass, and I had a whole bunch left over, which is why I'm pulling out this frame here. But last year I did trees on wooden boards that I had gotten from Michael's, and I'll flash a couple of those pictures up right here. But that is what started me thinking about doing a wreath on this little frame. And of course you could do anything you want. You could put a Christmas tree on this, you could do a Santa, you could do an angel. There's all kinds of possibilities that you could do with. You could do sets. My base is done now, and it's just a matter of letting it dry. So I let it dry, and then I hauled out all my goodies. And now you can just watch as I put this together, and you'll see as I go along how I encounter some challenges as I'm chasing around little balls and the tube-fetti, and oh yeah, it was challenging. It was fun, but challenging. Looking back at this now, I forgot that what I really should have done here is put a cup right in the middle and then placed the glass around it, which would have given me the perfect circle in the middle. So I just forgot, and I was having fun just kind of eyeballing it. But to make that easier on yourself, that is certainly something that you can do. You'll see that I actually keep this wreath pretty simple, but you can add all kinds of different things onto the wreath, much like I did with the trees that I showed you. But I just kept it to the fiberglass and then the tube-fetti, and then I just did a bow with these round little balls that have glitter all over them. You just have to laugh at yourself when you're trying to get this stuff in position and you think you're done and you put one extra ball in and then suddenly everything else moves and you're chasing everything around again. And this is just with the balls. Just wait until I get to the tube-fetti. It's snowing tube-fetti. Wait for it, wait for it. You know what's gonna happen now. Total disaster. I forgot how much of a pain in the butt this little tube-fetti stuff is because it just jumps everywhere. But the thing is that it's so shiny and looks so good in projects that you just have to kind of put up with it. But yes, it's like hurting cats when you use the tube confetti. Now we're back to put the finishing touches on it, which is basically using resin. So I mixed up some resin, just regular 1-to-1 epoxy resin. I'm using resin by Let's Resin, I believe. Everything that I used will be in the description below, by the way. So I'm just very carefully drizzling the resin on top of my wreath, and I'm doing that just to allow that resin to sink through, and also I don't want to flood what I'm doing and disturb those carefully placed tube-fetti or any of those darn balls. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure those are basically in place, and then I'll go around and pour the resin on the whole frame. The creation of this Christmas wreath was the first thing that I've done in order to start getting into the holiday spirit. And now that I've started, I don't think there's going to be any turning back. I'm so excited to see what both Marie Louise have done and what Angela has done for us as well. So Angela of Angela Bliss Art is up after me, and we'll be heading over to her house and see what Christmas decorations she's got underway. Of course, if you've missed either Marie Louise or if you end up missing Angela, make sure that you check out my description box. Their links will be listed down below and you can go back and catch them. So thank you again for being here. Appreciate every single one of my viewers. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what Christmas projects you're up to, and I hope to see you on the next video. Let's head over to Angela's.